going on, YouTube? How's everybody doing? Kind of a slow night tonight, and I did what I said I wasn't going to do. Had some sales today, which we'll go over. A couple return requests, handle those. And I kind of want to talk about motivation. What kind of motivates? I want to go about what motivates myself. Let's go over in the chat what motivates you guys. So let's see what we have here. Got a bunch of people. Gail, Donna, Demir, Chris is here. Hopefully everyone's having a good night. It's got Monday night, beginning of the week. Hopefully everybody got some stuff done today. I had a couple of return requests. Camera that I didn't realize didn't print. So I'm going to take a return on that. I'm going to sell it as, I'm going to resell it. What else? The lens. So I think today was their last day. They finally shipped it out today. So unfortunately, that is coming back. That's a big hit. That's $350. But I'll be able to move that. So, you know, that shouldn't be too bad to move. Someone messaged me, said their modem didn't work. So I'm trying to work with them, see if they're going to return it. I mean, I've had a couple rash returns lately. I've gotten sick. Kind of hopefully getting over it, but I'm just tired and kind of wiped out. But kind of brings me back to, okay, why did I purchase another pallet or another lot today, which I did? Why do I keep listing? Why do I keep doing what I do, I guess? So, I mean, what's your motivation? So is it money? Are you paying off debt? Are you trying to get ahead? Family time? Or is it fun? And those are some of the things I could think of. I mean, obviously, all of us are trying to make more money, grow, spend family time. But, I mean, I like the thrill of it. I think all three of those, for me, I guess a little layered into each bucket. But, I mean, I like making more money. I like buying more product, seeing, and the thrill of seeing if I can turn a profit. So putting up with the unreasonable customers and dealing with the returns and shipping things out, I mean, that's the all wrapped into one, right? So we're getting a couple payoff bills. Yeah, so can you put a little extra down if you have credit card debt? Can you pay off? So I'm paying off some of my school loans. So put a little more money in school loans. Get some extra money to buy your kids some presents or something for yourself. So that's kind of why, I mean, I go through and I buy more stuff and I try to turn, and if I can make a profit or if I can cut it even, I mean, I'm fighting for the next day, right? I'm trying to sell some things, make a profit, if some on a box, move on to the next one. Maybe the next one's going to be the big winner, but you know, some of those you'll take losses, you'll take returns, and you know, with all the ups come the downs. Lately, I mean, as I said, I've had a ton of returns. Now, how I handle that, move on to the next thing. I mean, that's all what we're doing it for. I mean, I see a ton of people that come in, they start reselling. They start for a couple weeks and then they call it. So, are you in it for the long haul? I mean, what's fun is you can put in as much or as little as you want to put in it. Demir says, I would suggest to test a little more if they turn on. No, I agree. If they turn on, it doesn't mean they work correctly. Just trying to help. No, I agree, Demir. So, I mean, the ones I can test that I can do as best of my ability, I do. So, you know, the Instax camera that said it printed out black. I mean, I stated no flash, but I can't argue the return on that. That's item not as described. eBay would side with the buyer at that point. I guess maybe I should get film and test them more. But usually I kind of get some of those. Most of the time they stay with the buyer. What other one did I get? I think that was it. The lens was a buy remorse, so they're shipping that back. I mean, you miss some things, so I try to not as miss as much as I can. But I mean, and that's all the learning process, right? Learning how to test things, learning how to get ahead of the game, learning how to um, test those products and get those things out there. I mean, today I thought was pretty good. I'm having a ton of best offers come through, which I don't know why all of a sudden I'm getting a ton. I sold I sold both of those phones. I actually sold this one. I took best offer at 100, so I'm gonna ship that out today. This one sold for 13. What else? I sold the other phone for 119, so that lot I'm ahead on that one, right? So that kind of gives me the motivation to keep going. And you know, you got to cross your fingers that, as Demir says, whatever you miss, your and my buyers will find it. That is right. The buyer will always find something. And sometimes I'll admit I cross my fingers and I hope that, hey, I hope I tested as best as I could, because ultimately, as Demir said, they're going to find the imperfection with it and they're going to return it. Now, I mean, I guess the motivation too is I try to keep it on top of my numbers as much as possible. So if I get buried in the numbers and I don't know where I'm at, if I don't know I'm at a profit and I'm taking returns left and right and eating return shipping costs, that, you know, that's gonna not even, I'm gonna have no idea where I'm at. Whereas if I keep on top of my numbers and I know that I'm at a profit, if I take a couple returns, it's gonna be a little hit, but not too much. So I know that I'm up this year, so a couple returns won't hurt too bad. But as long as you know where you're at and you keep your eye on the prize and you know that you're gonna turn out ahead, then I wouldn't let it bother you. But it sucks. So it sounds like a couple other people, they were working to pay off car repairs. There you go. Wife's school loans. What else? What else? Why else do people get into this? Anyone else want to comment or add to what their motivation is for selling? Do they like it? Are you just doing it for fun? I started out for fun, and that sort of grew on me. Now I just end up buying, and it's kind of an addiction now. It's like Christmas, as someone else said. You get in a box, you kind of test it and hope everything works, and then we see your phone go off. So Scott quit his job, be your own boss. There you go. That's another one. So that's fun. Scott Tucker says fun. Chris Nice says, I love doing it. Yeah, it's fun. I mean, there's so many possibilities of how you can buy and sell product. So I'm looking at liquidation. Then I'm going to start looking at wholesale in March. What else? Selling locally, right? That's another avenue. What other avenues can you sell on? That's always fun. Cash deals, bundling stuff. I mean, the thrill of listing things and selling it. Benji says, I wanted to start a business using the profit first format. This seemed like a natural. Yeah. So that's the thing, right? As long as you know your numbers and you know you're making a profit, I mean, that's motivation in itself. In terms of the money and getting profit and buying more stuff. I mean, that alone right there. When I see sales come through and I see my lots start breaking above neutral, right? I'm showing a profit on them. That makes me want to list more stuff. So all the stuff I have here, I want to get it listed, and I know I'll make money on it. But the thrill is also seeing what else I can sell, what other channels I can start up while this one's making me money. Wait till you start FBA, you won't want to go back to eBay, says Scott L. Yeah, that's probably true. I'm still reading about it. And that's another why I do this. It's all learning. I love to learn new things. I love to understand what other channels I can go to, like FBA. I'm reading about it all day now. I'm reading about FBA, how to do it, where to find product, get my other channels ready to buy. So when that does become available, I'll open that up. So Benji says, I do a lot of eBay, Facebook, offer up, let go. This summer, I want to have enough stock to go to the flea market. Yeah, so I mean, again, that's learning of what other channels you can sell on. If you find a channel that works well for you, like, you know, Steve and Steph, they sell really well on local apps, right? Now, is that something that's open to you in your market? I mean, you got to test that out. You got to see what you can do. So, yeah, the learning aspect's fun. So, I mean, money, family time, fun, being your own boss. And then what's your motivation is how quickly are you able to, do you want to get rid of it? So if you're really, you know, you really need the sale and you really need to turn that box, if you get best offers, you're probably going to be taking best offers at the time. Whereas if you have already made that profit and you don't need the money at the time, you can sit on it and wait for someone to take your asking price. So for example, those Skullcandy headphones that I had, they're kind of like these, but they're wireless. You can see that. There you go. Kind of like that. But hey, Nick. So I had a ton of people offer me. I had them up for $49. I had a ton of people offer me between 35 and 38 bucks. I held out all day. I knew I was getting offers anyway all day, so I let it sit. And finally, someone bought them tonight for 49 bucks. So some of this stuff, I mean, I'm looking to get top dollar to pay the bills. So I let it sit out there for a while, and I'll try to get as much as I can for it. I'll sit on it. I'll leave it long tail if I have to. So Demir asks, did anybody think about creating your own website and sell products there? So I haphazardly put one together. I don't have anything up there for sale yet. It's more of I kind of add to my blog, and how I buy liquidation is kind of what I have up there now. I've thought about putting stuff up there for sale, but that's a lot of time investment at this time. I'd rather spend most of my time getting this stuff listed on eBay and churning product at the moment. That's a good, I mean, if you could build enough traffic daily, but then again, I'm still learning about websites, so that's really another time crunch to get that self-taught, I guess. I sold 5 of those track dots at $40 each. Wow. Being self-employed, you work more hours. It never stops. Right. And that's a great point, because you're relying on yourself to get the job done, and you can't sit around and not do stuff because you're relying on yourself. So the motivation there is to make money and get stuff listed and work longer hours. So me staying up till 2, I know I got to get stuff done, and I got to do it again. Demir says, yeah, use PayPal button to receive payments. Yeah, I looked at that. See, I went through HostGator, and to get that turned on, it's they want you to pay something else. But again, I haven't delved that much into it, but it's costly to pay for SEO. Yeah, search engine optimization, true. Yeah, Four Oaks says it's costly to get burned out. So, you know, working until 2 every night, I mean, it'll catch up to you. It caught up to me on Friday. I fell asleep. So you got to regulate your time. That's why I said, I think I had a video the other day, I said, you got to make time for yourself. Set a schedule, but keep time to yourself so you don't get burned out and listing and trying to sell things a ton of times. Because you can easily get bored of it or get frustrated. You want to give up. But if you kind of understand and kind of write down, like I try to write down stuff, goals and what I want to do and where I want to go. If you have those goals written down, that could give you the motivation to keep going. Does anyone else write goals down? I know I do. I have a little book I carry around, or I put on my phone. I'll write stuff down that I want to do, like FBAs in there is what I want to do. Be able to churn out more content for you guys. Demir says you can burn out here on any platform too. Yeah, you can burn out everywhere, but you just got to regulate your time. And you got to say, okay, do I want to put the time in? Make sure you're not killing yourself doing it. Takes me 6 to 8 minutes to list an item on eBay and about 35 seconds on Amazon. Yeah, that's what I've seen. Benji says I write down my daily goals, which supports my quarterly goals and so on. When Wolf writes down goals all the time. Yeah, that's it. I mean, one of the keys to motivation, right, is writing your goals down, making it visible and keeping yourself accountable. So me coming on every night, that's accountable for me to help you guys out. And I like coming on and getting the feedback from you guys and hearing what you guys are doing. That motivates me to come on and see what's going on. So I wrote down on my goals, I want to come on live every night. I want to be able to hear what everyone else is doing. Create a community where we can help each other out. That's a motivation for me, at least for the YouTube side of it. Helping you guys, sell product, move product, buy liquidation, buy any type of liquidation. Understanding what you're doing, what you're getting into, so you make money. And then on the selling side of it, my motivation is getting as many. So I've paid for a premium store, right? Now I have 1,000 listings that I can get up there. I'm trying to get enough up there where I'm kind of toeing the line of 1,000 listings where I'm getting my money's worth, because I'm burning through 5 to 10 listings a day that I'm closing out. I want to keep my listing rate high so that I have more opportunity to sell. Because ever since I started putting more up, I'm starting to sell more. Benji says I'm finally realized that I'm tired of being normal or average. Yeah, I mean that's another good thing about this type of selling and reselling, and you can make the most of it as much as you want to. You can work as hard as you want and make as much money as you want to an extent, right? But you control your own destiny. Scott Tucker says, I hope to travel more before I lose what little vision I have. Yeah, that's a goal, right? Write that down. I mean, you want to travel? That's a great goal to put up there. Scott L. just passed an eBay milestone, just received my 500th feedback. Never would have gotten it if I didn't persevere with selling on different platforms. Yeah, exactly. I do listings quickly. Hey, Monica, what's up? Yeah, so I mean, you put little things right there. So you have, I spoke before, stretch goals and goals that you can hit. So, I forgot what I said my stretch goal was. I think it said 1,000 listings or 500 by next month. So I'm at 472 right now. An easy goal for me would be 5 items a night to list. Stretch goal for me would be daily vlogs, right? To put out daily content, because I have to go ahead and edit it and put it out there. I kind of like doing that. I'm liking doing that more. So I try to put in perspective, hey, what can I hit today versus what will take me, make me put more effort in. I know to put up 500 listings, I'll have to put a lot of effort in to do that. Owen Wolf says, this past weekend I was so burnt out, so I didn't do anything. Today I'm totally motivated again. Yeah, sometimes a little break's what you need. Sometimes take time off, get stuff done. I mean, I did the same thing Friday. I didn't list anything. I didn't do anything. And I kind of missed it. I missed taking that Friday, Saturday night and coming down here, listing, talking to you guys. We have breaks, and breaks, sometimes a little break gets you recharged. So break's good, quitting's not, right? You might get unmotivated if you get a box that's full of junk. Like my box that, yeah, I slacked off. Thanks, Monica. Keep me honest. So yeah, I get that one liquidation box. I could throw the towel in and say I'm never going to buy liquidation again. But you got to learn and think of ways that you can turn it around. So I'm turning that box around slowly but surely. Trying to see where I'm at on that one. Let's see. I just bought that today, unfortunately. What's this? So, yeah, well, you got stretching yourself helps you learn, right? And doing crappy stuff. If you have a crappy process, you eventually learn how to turn it around. You buy a crappy box, you eventually know what box to look for, what boxes not to buy. You know, taking forever to list an item teaches you exactly how not to do it. So sometimes you have to fall down, right, to get motivated or to turn it around. Yeah, so I mean, what else do you guys have? Let's see what else do I have on here. But yeah, just having fun. Having fun's the name of the game. If you're not having fun, you shouldn't be doing it, because it's turned into something that you don't want to do. Monica had a great day, sold some items to my friends and made $190. Awesome. That's great. I love hearing stories about you guys selling stuff. You guys doing something cool, selling to your friends, selling locally, buying stuff, getting a deal. That's fun for me. I like hearing that. I like hearing, hey, I didn't even know to look for this item. Thanks for letting me know, and I went and bought it. I mean, certain things, certain testing things I learned from you guys. Certain, trying to think what else I have up here. Different ways to look up product, right? You might say, oh, I know how to look for product, but there's always, a different way to skin a cat, if you want to put it that way. Right. So Monica said she went thrifting. So that's something I haven't even scratched the surface on. I tried to go the other day, and my head was spinning. Demir says, still waiting on a reply from the dispute I have sent on 10/31. Oh, wow, that's 13, 14 days ago. Benji says, I thought my day was going great for making a $20 sale. Hey, one sale's better than nothing, right? So hearing that cha-ching and making $5, it's better than zero. I love having one sale, if nothing. Scott L says, love goodwill. Yeah, that's a whole different beast for me. A motivation for me would be to go in there and find something to sell. I went in there and I said I had no idea. I felt like I had to be looking stuff up. It's totally different type of product to look at least from what I do, looking for electronics. Type of electronics, I guess. I mean, I looked at books, I looked at clothes, I looked at the electronics in the back. I mean, trying to find VCRs, so just learning that way is kind of fun for me. Monica said I sold a Disney watch today for $30. So, oh, sorry. Getting text messages left and right. So, sorry. Wife texted me. Love thrifting, get a little exercise, yeah. And then you're going out and meeting people, right? Running into people, seeing what other people are doing. I have to slow down with eBay, constraint with Amazon for toys. I have so many to ship in. Yeah. I said I wouldn't buy a box, but I bought one today. So I was motivated to buy another box. Yeah. So, I mean, getting all that product. I mean, you see stuff in your boxes they don't like. Did she say you were being too loud? No, she's upstairs. God, she's killing me. Can you hear those beeping noises? Sorry. But the motivation for me to keep going is hearing that cha-ching noise and seeing my spreadsheet with my dollars going up. Pay off the bills, do it again. I love buying a lot and getting it for cheap. Scott found an old Polaroid Instamatic camera at Goodwill. I heard those sell like crazy, the old ones. Chris, no, I'm not in trouble with the wife. She just went to bed. This is the last box I bought for $350. Hopefully I should get that if tomorrow, not tomorrow, probably next day. So you guys will see that. It's a bigger box. But for me, the only Well, worst thing I hate seeing on my phone is an eBay message come through. If it looks to be like a seller's name I've seen before, my fear is that it's a return. Every time I see a return, I get knocked down a peg. I don't know about you guys, but seeing returns kind of twist the knife a little bit because it's either something I screwed up or something that was broken either through transit or the buyer didn't know what they're doing. They want to return it. But I guess returns are part of the game, right? That is only one thing I think that demotivates me. That and records and cell phone cases. What products do you guys hate seeing in your boxes that says, I don't want to buy another lot? I mean, I guess you got to deal with it, right? You got to deal with the good with the bad. So for probably every, I don't know what my return rate is. I'm going to make something up. For every day I send something out, probably every other day, I'm going to get a question. Maybe once or twice a week, I'm going to get a return. It's all part of it. But I've come to learn that returns are part of the game. Don't let it get you down. So I got a return tonight on that camera, and I instantly sold something else. So that kind of made me feel better. Yeah, cell phone cases are bad. Benji. Benji says cell phone cases too. The person who said the watch didn't work still hasn't sent it back. So the lady that wanted to return my camera lens, she returned it today at the last minute. I was so mad. Oh, a tip I want to share with you guys. So if you guys haven't shared created one yet, go to USPS.com, postalservice.com, and you can the Postal Service website. If you haven't signed in, created a profile with your address, I would recommend doing it because I get text messages and emails about any packages that are coming to my house. So I got an alert saying that a package had been started from California, and that was the lady sending back the lens. I like getting notifications and I like getting stuff like that. So still waiting for my instructions. Oh, yeah. Hold on, let me write that down, Monica. I'm going to get your feedback. Feedback auto. So I like getting those updates through the Postal Service. And I can see exactly what's coming into my house, so I know when returns are coming in. What did I miss? Demir said, man. Oops, I missed it. Wolf, he is the reason she started doing artwork again. That's why he going. Oh, yeah. So Morgan did that. I saw that video, Monica. That was cool when she did that picture for Demir. But the other motivation is for me is creating a more efficient process. So I love now, if you think about when you first started liquidation. When you first started liquidation, you got a box and your head was about to explode, right? I opened the box, I threw stuff everywhere, and I had to test stuff. I didn't know how to test stuff, the products I was getting, I didn't know what to do. Now, looking back on that, I know what to do when I get the box. I know how I sort it out in such a way where it goes where it should be. I know I have my little testing station now. I know what items will work, which won't work. I know how to efficiently list stuff now. I know what to put in this description that will deal with buyers and any questions they may have. So if you think about it, think about the first time you started liquidation, the first time you started selling on eBay, and how have you progressed from then? It's cool for me to think about, right? So now I can think about, hey, look where I'm at now. Look how quickly I can sell things. Look how quickly I can get stuff going. So Nick, how long have you been selling on eBay, or how long have you been selling? So I started eBay in 2003, and I was just buying and selling things I'd occasionally go to Goodwill, sell things around the house. I'd buy stuff, but I never knew how people got product to sell on eBay, or I was always intrigued about starting my own business. Someone mentioned starting their own business earlier, but I just really started selling like liquidation and big time items it'll be 2 years this summer. But now that I'm trying to scale my inventory, at least selling full scale has been about 2 years, but I've always sold on and off on eBay. Flipped a few things on Goodwill. But yeah, 2003 is when I started my eBay user ID. Goodwill Chris. Is that my name? Is that what you're saying it is, Monica? So yeah, I mean, that's another thing to think about. How much have you changed since you started? How much better have you become? And that right there keeps me going to say, hey, I might be able to become even more efficient. How much more product can I get? How many more listings can I have? How much quicker can I be at shipping? Last night I spent over an hour and a half getting my stuff boxed up. I post that picture in the Facebook group, but that took me a while to box, right? So how can I do that better? How long did it take you to figure out everything out and start making some real, I think, real money? So it probably took a good 6 to 7 months, I'm guessing, if I have to think back of where I started. I was in the hole when you first start off, maybe 6 to 7 months, but actually learning about stuff, I'm always learning about product. I'm always learning what product to look for, what certain nuances are with certain products, what things to steer clear of. I saw a box today I almost bid on. I let it go. When to stop bidding, right? You learn all that stuff to be, it's all experience and learning what products that you like to sell. I mean, I wouldn't be able to do what Monica does at jewelry. She knows what to look for. She knows exactly what Disney pieces will sell for. I couldn't do that right now. I mean, that's something I would have to learn, and it would take me some time, but just think about those type of items. Scott says the next step for me is private label and wholesale ASD is the best way to start for that. Yeah, so I'll be at ASD in March. I went there the first time. It was kind of a whirlwind. I really didn't know what to expect. I kind of knew high level what it was, but now that I know it's there and I've watched, a ton of people, I've read, I've researched private label and the wholesale aspect. I need to step outside of my comfort zone there. I mean, I need to look at clothes. I need to look at hard good items, not just electronics, right? Electronics need a lot of capital, and that's a hard game to get into. So I think this year is going to be a little different for me at ASD. The motivation there for me is to step outside my comfort zone, to try something new. Demir says I have changed to 3,000 better than I was in 2006. Oh, so you've improved 3,000%, 300%. Perfect. I just got notified that the buyer opened a case against me saying he did not authorize the purchase. I'm assuming, Scott, you already sent it out. I'd call eBay. I mean, everything was, you should be covered as long as you shipped the address. You follow through with what eBay said. Provide your tracking numbers. You should be okay, at least in my opinion. I had one of those happened before I sent the item, so the buyer got it right away. I didn't ship it out yet, but I'd be curious to see what happens. It looks like Demir, you have one too. Diesel sold 6-pack of sealed blank VHS tapes. Man, Monica, you found another watch? Jeez. Disney Store watch? Scott will be there. Nice, Scott L. Demir, you better come down. So if you haven't registered, you go on the website, register. It's free. And if you're going to go through a hotel, register. There's a link in there to get discounts on the hotels. Yeah, there's an international section, and then there's a domestic section for wholesalers and suppliers. Nick says, so Nick, if you're not part of PS 101, you can reach out to Megan, I think it's Beer Cavelos or something. I get your name, but she can help you set it up. Scott says, I just got notification that the case was closed in my favor. Yeah, you should be good. Yeah, I mean, that's where, ship to the address. If you're following the rules, eBay will favor on your side. Error registering your account. I wonder if it's your address. Something wrong with your address? Monica says she won't be able to go. I flew Frontier when I left. I think I paid $220 for my ticket, round trip. Yeah, so it sounds. You know what we should do once we get closer to Vegas? We should set up a meetup somewhere, some hotel or whatever. Katie Trader sold the PS4 I got from Craigslist for $25. Sold it for $75 within 20 minutes. Awesome. Monica won another Shop Goodwill. And the other motivation for me is to clear this crap out of my basement. Sometimes I look at it and I see these piles. And I'm like, I got to clean this up. The wife's going to kill me. So that's the other thing, right? Getting the stuff out of here, getting it shipped. One thing I hate for me is when I buy a lot, I put it in my spreadsheet. My profit goes down by the price of that lot I did. So I try to get that number back to where it was. Anything else? What else do you guys have? It's been oh, I got another message. It's been piles get depressing. That's right. I did not list any of the furniture covers yet. That box I haven't really touched besides the pet collar that I sold, the pet cube that I sold last night. I sold that for $100. So that sold right away. Oh, what else did I sell? Yeah, I haven't really touched yet. I sold the water. I was trying to think what else I sold. I sold all my water filters out of it. But yeah, I haven't touched furniture covers. I will have to go through them. As Demir said, I'll have to get better at testing. I might need to go a little. Oh, come on, get those listed. I know, I'm working on it. That's why I did this show tonight, to get my motivation up to do it. Plus, I'm still getting over cold. I've been tired all day. Yes, Chris, they sell. Yeah. Well, yeah, other than that, I'm waiting to get this other high stuff out of here and get this other stuff listed. But yeah, the testing is really the killer. How can I do better testing? Yeah, lazy weekend for me. Well, besides yesterday, you saw that picture I had. I sold a ton of stuff yesterday. Got all that out the door. I listed 30 items Saturday night. Got all that stuff listed. I listed a couple things last night, but not too much. It is freezing here. Yeah, so on the business card, it is 35 here. So Demir says, or no, Scott says, if when you attend AST, make sure you bring a lot of business cards. So either order them for Vistaprint, or I think, Monica, you have a source that goes through. That's where I use those Avery cards that I use. I made my own logo, put my email address, my YouTube channel, all that stuff on there. So I made as many as I want. I had a big stack, and I brought them. I handed them out. Monica listed almost 50. Demir, thank you. If you like the channel or like the show tonight, hit the like button. Hit the dislike button if you don't like it. Hopefully you're subscribed, and we'll get to see you on. Monica used Vistaprint. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm going to call it. Get some stuff listed. Get some stuff shipped. Go through that crappy box that you saw. Oh, 32. That's cold. Dislike as always. Thanks, Monica. Monica, the queen of listings. That should be your new name. Good one, Demir. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. Again, if you make sure you comment below to get entered in the liquidation drawing for Saturday, and maybe list what keeps you motivated down below. What keeps you going? What doesn't keep you going, and how do you get around it? So, love to hear what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. Get you entered in that drawing. We'll do it Saturday, and get someone else some $20 off. Thanks for watching, and we'll talk to you tomorrow.